Hello and welcome back to our Glass Cannon series, and we're gonna be fighting Lysica in the first part of this episode. Now, this is a Western Imperium. Why am I continually thinking that I should say Western Imperium right now? I don't know, but whatever the case, I did talk in the previous episode about whether I was going to keep the Realistic Battle AI mod installed. And indeed, I am actually still keeping it here for this episode at the least, and I'm not sure if it's gonna stay. I know it does give a much... well, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? It gives a much harsher experience, and generally, I feel as though if battles are difficult, that's good, right? Because obviously, if it is a steamroll most of the time, then it's probably not going to be the most riveting experience ever that we're going to see. So if it is a bit difficult, then I guess that's actually kind of good, right? Yeah, it's actually kind of good. But the only problem with that is if it is difficult in a, well, frustrating sense, you know, because obviously I don't want it to be frustrating for you and frustrating for me. Well, frustration for me is not really, doesn't really come into it, because if it's fun in general, then that's all that matters, right? So hopefully we can make something like this work. I'm actually hitting a bunch of people today. Oh, what's going on with that? That's crazy. All right. Happy with it. Thank you. Can I get some more? This guy. Yeah, good luck hitting any of these fellows with the... oh, I actually hit him. Okay. With the AI mod installed. They are so good at fighting. They really are extremely good at fighting. But apparently, no, they are absolutely out of here. They are dead. And I think that's going to be it for Lysica's army. And we're actually going to be fighting Desporion after this as well. I noticed that he was kind of moving on up. I was actually going to tell people to charge in there, but apparently it wasn't necessary. There we go. We have achieved victory. Relatively simple, a surprisingly simple victory there as well. I was not expecting us to win so easily because, let's face it, with the mod installed, it is, yeah, it's quite a bit more difficult. Oh yeah, okay, so one change that I've made about the mod is that I've disabled the stamina system, because while I think the stamina system is cool, and I think it generally does add a little bit more of a, shall we say, a bit more of a dynamic element to combat. So you need to be a bit more aware of what your stamina's at. And if your stamina is getting low, then obviously you need to be, you know, careful of that. But I personally feel as though it feels more annoying to me than it does actually something that really affects gameplay in a positive fashion. Obviously, this is all very much subjective. You may feel very differently about this, but for me personally, I don't really care for it too much. And yeah, so that's the reason. That's the reason why I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna uninstall. Well, not uninstall, disable. Just gonna disable that particular option. And now, amusingly enough, it may seem as though I've literally uninstalled the mod, which is actually untrue, because I haven't uninstalled it. But obviously, because the user interface little thing is gone, yeah, maybe I should just enable that so you can actually see, because I know some people, they probably won't believe me about it, because we're winning battles much easier now, and that's kind of weird in itself. I wouldn't have expected that either, because I would expect that the posture system shouldn't really make any difference to whether we are able to win or not. I think generally the only reason why we would achieve victory in these cases is generally because the enemy is, well, doing this. I mean, look at their crazy positioning right now. This is, I mean, look at this. The amount of arrows that are going towards the opponent right now, there's no wonder they are losing units. I mean, really. That's kind of to be expected, right? But obviously, that's yeah. Some people are not going to believe that I still have it installed. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to enable the GUI elements so that you can actually see that it is indeed still there, because it looks as though I've uninstalled it right now. So yeah, I actually wondered at the time when I was turning off the stamina system. I was thinking to myself, People are not going to believe that I still have this installed, right? Yeah, it's kind of a shame that people will not believe me about that, but, you know, I mean, I'm not someone that really, that is very prideful or boastful about my abilities. You know me. I am far and away someone that will tell you I'm probably one of the most average, slightly below average players ever in this game. And I'm definitely not amazing. And so why would I? There's no reason for me to literally make myself look good, because generally that's not what I'm all about. I'm not about playing the game well or anything like that. Generally, I'm about at least I think this is generally my main goal when it comes to producing content, is literally just to make it fun. It's to make it fun. It's to have interesting situations happen, and for it to just be entertaining. And that's the main goal here, you know. It's not to make myself look good, and it's not to boost my ego, that's for sure. Anyway, let's go over to Sargot real quick. I have some prisoners that I'd like to sell, but it's highly unlikely I'm going to be able to get there before they leave. But I'm getting a massive mercenary wage right now, so that's also kind of fantastic. And look at this, 23,000 gold. Very nice indeed. And I'm going to just quit out to the main menu real quick, because as I said before, I do want to enable the UI element. Alright, so we're back, and we're still getting a huge amount of money every single day, which is super nice. And actually, I would love to do more battles like the ones we've just done, because they are so incredibly lucrative for a variety of reasons. There's no reason to say no to them. So I'm actually just going to go over here. Going to fight this guy. I just generally want to show you that the mod is still there, because as I say, people are not going to believe it. If we start winning battles almost all the time, then people are just going to be like, oh, that's just because you... What? I did enable the... I did enable the UI, but apparently it doesn't actually matter. Apparently you need the system enabled at the same time. My luck, eh? My luck. Okay, we're just going to tell these guys to charge straight on in here, these archers, because this guy is so incredibly outnumbered that, yeah, they're just going to get absolutely massacred, no matter whether I charge in here or not. As you can see, look at this. Absolute murder, murder. Yes, get them all. Thank you very much. Can I get some two-handed skill? Woohoo! We're finally able to get some two-handed skill. Who would have expected that? Not in a million years. But I guess charging on in here just randomly and just, I don't know, throwing all caution to the wind, that's definitely going to get you some skill points, even if you do end up dying at the end. But no, okay. Okay, right. So it does seem as though I need to go and enable the posture system, because, as I say before, I don't want people thinking that I've uninstalled it, because it's going to be a huge bone of contention or something. Because, people, I don't know. Sometimes they're just like that. So I'll be right back, and hopefully after that we will be able to fight Mr. Saratus. Look, before he even gets into his army, because you can see here he actually wants to join Meritor's army. I would very much like to intercept him if at all possible. Alright, so upon loading back in, unfortunately I wasn't able to intercept Saratus before he was able to join up with his friends over there in the army. Fortunately enough, though, I think I might be able to get a couple of the other vassals that we're attempting to join. For example, this guy. We can definitely do battle with him, and then I can actually show you that the posture system and the mod actually still is, you know, enabled and everything. So there it is. You can see right there, very clearly. Can't believe I really need to do that, but yes, I know how some people can be. Anyway, we are going to hopefully be able to get to 150 two-handed weapon proficiency here, and I'm actually going to go full aggression here as well, and we're going to do super fast mode. We're going to go super fast, and hopefully I will be able to get some nice two-handed skill. Oh yes, nice hit. Nice hit. I was not expecting to be able to hit him right there, but no, we were able to. Nice. We knocked him down. Did you see that? That was actually amazing. One of those times where show of strength actually does what you really need it to do. Especially considering this guy was going to be an absolute monster on the defensive end and then be very difficult for us to eliminate, but we knocked him down and then was able to eliminate him without too many difficulties. So that's super nice. I like it. Anyway, I think that's probably going to be it for this battle, unfortunately. Not very large, but we were able to achieve victory and gain a decent amount of renown in the process. And we also have the ability to recruit some people, but as I've said before, I'm not going to actually be using any whatsoever. I don't see the necessity in me using any units but the My Little Warband customized units that I already have. And so, yeah, we're just going to be moving on from here. I actually would like... What's actually going on with the Southern Imperium right now? I mean, Southern Empire right now. They seem to be losing some territory to the Western Empire, which is very strange. I wouldn't have expected them to lose any territory right now, considering the Western Empire is being attacked by the Battanians. But apparently the Battanians, and I believe the Vlandians as well, by the way. The Vlandians, I think, are also at war against the Western Empire. Apparently they're not really keeping them that occupied, which is a little bit strange and definitely quite telling as to the strength of the Western Empire, because they seem to be very, very strong. So strong, in fact, that they can literally just withstand so much punishment at the moment. I really don't know what's going on with them. But anyway, let's just sell all of this stuff. Another 25,000 that we're going to be getting from that. And I would like to take a look at their strength right now. So let me actually just go to the kingdom screen real quick and let's take a look. Yeah. As you can quite clearly tell, the Western Empire is doing very well in terms of their combat strength. Yeah. They are basically the best at the moment with the... it seems like the Battanians are second. Yeah, the Battanians are second, but the Western Empire is quite clearly the front runner in faction strength at the moment. So that is actually kind of frightening. I don't know, are they actually at war against multiple people? Let me take a quick look right here. Kingdoms, Western Empire, they are, yeah, look at that. They're actually at war against Britannia, Vlandia, and then a bunch of minor factions, but that's obviously not really that impactful to them. But you can see here that they've literally expanded quite a lot, and I suppose that is indeed the reason why their combat strength is so high. There's also... There is a town over there that we could potentially take and create our own faction. I've been looking around for one for quite some time, and it seems like this might be a really good opportunity for us. So I'm actually going to try it. If I can get there in time before Finnegan takes it back, because you can see Finnegan is on his way there, and I believe he will attempt to besiege it. Yes, as you can see, yes, they are attempting to besiege that at the moment. Definitely something that I would like them to fail at, if at all possible. If they don't fail at it, then, well, I don't even know what I can do really about that. Oh, apparently the Sturgians are now declaring war against the Battanians as well, so the Battanians are now at war on two fronts, which is not very good. Okay, wait a minute. There's only 286 here? Oh, can I not... I really want to persuade this guy to go elsewhere, to be honest. Yeah, this is real bad. They're gonna take this very, very easily, in fact. There's nothing I can do. Like, I could go over there and I could basically say to him, please don't do this, and then he would still just ignore me, pretty much. So I'm just gonna stay out the way here. Nah, they did manage to take it. That is sad. That is actually really, really sad. How many are they going to put in the garrison, though? Because I could go to war against the Battanians. They put 9,300. And now... Yes, they put 100 in there. I actually wonder... I'm kind of wondering. Do you think I can actually defend against the Battanians in a... Well, in a siege defense? I don't know. Let's have a look. Characters and other factions. require 1 less persuasion attempt. That's actually super nice. I'm going to be taking that. Thank you very much. And we're going to... Okay, I'm going to save because I'm a little bit worried about crashes and stuff like that. Generally, whenever I start a new faction, I'm not sure what it is, but I always seem to crash shortly after that. So I would very much like to be a little bit careful about this. Alright, so I'm going to leave the kingdom. Boom. And now we are just going to wait for some villagers. These guys, I guess. And then we're just going to attack them. Do I actually have to attack? Yeah, I actually have to attack them. So there we go. And now let's retreat, because I don't actually want to kill them, amazingly enough. And we will go and try to besiege this. Bear in mind, my engineering skill is, well, my own engineering skill is kind of awful, but my companion's engineering skill is kind of... good, I was gonna say. I actually cannot believe that he made his way back here to defend this town. I am actually really annoyed at this moment in time, and I'm just shocked. I am just okay. What a wonderful turn of events. Oh yes, that is just wonderful, absolutely amazing. Oh yes. That's just what I wanted, Finnegan. Can you please go away now, sir? Why did he do that? Surely he has much more pressing matters elsewhere, does he not? Does he not have somewhere else to be? He's waiting for the garrison to build itself up, isn't he? He's literally waiting for that. And now look at these guys. Look at the Vlandians. They're attempting to take this now as well. You will not take this from me, sir. I'm sorry. You will not take this from me. I will attempt to besiege it again. Let us hope that that army will now protect me, but I can assume that Finnegan is going to come from here. What do you bet? What do you bet he's going to come from the north, far away from where the Vlandian army is coming from? Okay. It seems like we actually have the ability to now go in. This is going to be interesting. Alright, here we go. I'm not building any siege towers, not building any battering rams or anything like that. I have always found that they are really, really detrimental to a siege's success. So I'm basically just going to do this. We have a massive amount of archers. I can only hope that these archers are going to be able to do so much damage to the opponent that we won't even need to... Oh no, we won't even need to get up there, I was going to say. But apparently the enemy is very good at what they do. To be expected, I suppose. I'm basically just trying to stay on the ladder here and just trying to do damage from far away. He says as he gets murdered from many, many different directions. Okay, wait a minute. You know what? I'm just going to jump. I don't have strong legs yet, by the way, so any falling damage I take is going to be full damage. Yeah, my forces are going in from the side. That's fantastic. Seems like we are indeed going to achieve victory. Can I... I wanted to actually just, you know, go in there. But, oh well, never mind. 15 deaths. Little bit worrying, but I think we should be okay. Gonna rescue these troops, because obviously we're going to be placing them in the garrison. We're going to place all of them in the garrison, in fact. And no, I don't need the tutorial. Thank you very much. Okay, so, show mercy, of course. And this is now ours. This is great. This is fantastic. And now we can manage our town if we want to. So there's another 10,000 we can put in there. Let's just basically make a bunch of stuff. Let's just queue it all up. We're going to need a Vlandian Vlandian governor. Oh, I just sold my prisoners. I did not mean to do that. Okay, well, it's actually fine because we have a bunch of Vlandian people here. There we go. 135 in the garrison. That's actually kind of amazing. And improve garrison. Yes, we're going to do this. we're gonna do maxed out. Actually, no. You know what? That's too much overkill, I think. Let's do 301. Vanilla training. Let's do this. There we go. And we want coach. Do I want to send a recruiter? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't really like the recruiters. Generally, the recruiting system in the improved garrisons mod is something very cool. I do appreciate it wholeheartedly, but it is definitely something that can be picked on way too much by the opponent, and I don't really want to spend a huge amount of time setting up anything for the recruiter 5 seconds later to be eliminated by some random party or another. So we're probably just going to be leaving that for the moment, and I will now be waiting here for some time. Let's see what happens. I'm obviously at war against the Botanians now. I will hopefully be able to restore myself in time for any potential attack. You never know, probably the Vlandians are going to attempt to attack us as well, or they're going to declare war against us, because that's what I'd do, you know. If the Vlandians want to take this back, which is very, very likely at this point, because this is, well, this is their fief, originally. So it makes sense, right? Alright, so let's continue onward. Let's see what we can do here. I do have to keep a little bit of an eye out for the army that may come along. I'm surprised that they're not coming back, you know, because before they were so vigorous in their defense, but now all of a sudden they're just like, oh yeah, I'll just take it, it's fine, no problem at all. And now it's just absolutely, you know, no problem. It's kind of weird. Oh well, never mind. I guess I will just continue recruiting units, and aha, there's Melodier's army. Very good, sir. Alright, so he is obviously going to attempt to take this. 17 level ups, very nice. And let's wait here for some time. I do have a pretty significant garrison, by the way. We have 300, well, actually not 325. We have about 185 in the garrison here. Not bad, not bad. We have 325 total, and the enemy has 530. Now, here's the thing. If my archers can defend adequately enough, then we should be able to... Oh, Vlandians? The Vlandians? Oh, they're not at war against Vlandia? Well, that's obviously going to be... That's put a little bit of a spanner in the works for me right there. Okay. Do we have ballistas? We do. We actually have ballistas. Okay. Yeah, we're good then, I think. We are very, very good, and I love ballistas. Ballistas are super fun to use. Ugh, yeah, okay. Let me just get more used to this, because it's been a while since I have used one of these. Almost. Nice. Yeah, and it actually levels up my bow skill, amusingly enough. This does level up my bow skill. I'm actually going to try and deal some damage to the siege tower. But I really want to kill more enemies, actually, because if I can kill more enemies, more bow skill for me. I keep firing over their heads. That's obviously something to be a bit aware of. When you're using a ballista, you have to try and aim downwards. The actual crosshair, or the guide, whatever you want to call it, is a little bit too... well, it seems not to be accurate. So generally what you want to do is you want to aim a little bit further downwards. I mean, obviously this is only if you're going to be using a ballista at some point, but I just thought I would give you my experience with it. So, for example, aiming where I am right now, boom, that's right in the chest to that guy. So that's kind of useful in my opinion. And yeah, there we go. Nice double kill. Headshot. A headshot for 1300. That's kind of crazy. Alright, the main gate is actually down right now. So it seems like I'm going to have to get off the ballista, unfortunately. And this is going to be this is going to be really difficult. Even though we've already eliminated a pretty significant number of the enemy, we really do not have any good units in here. It seems to me like we are probably going to... I think this is probably... We're done. I think we are probably done here. I don't think there's much more that I could have done. I could have been a bit better on the ballista, but for the most part, I think we have tried our best here. I don't think it's enough, though. I mean, technically, my bear assassins should have been bombarding the opponent the whole time they were coming along the walls, but for some reason, they were just not doing that. And it seems like they were standing in the courtyard here, which, in my opinion, was a fatal error, and definitely something that they should have been, you know, they should have been on the walls, right? They should have been on the walls. They should have been killing enemies with their bows, but they're here instead, which might actually work, or it might be one of the worst decisions ever. I'm not actually sure at the moment. I guess we're going to find out. We've killed 300, actually over 300 of the enemy's units so far, and we still have 200 left. They have about 200 left as well. Okay, I'm just going to get on the ballista real fast. I want to try and kill as many units as possible per shot that I can, so anytime I can get like a double or a triple kill, then I'm definitely going to try to do that. It seems to be working quite nicely, but certainly could do better. Could do better. Oh well, never mind. Okay, let's get over there real quick. Okay, yeah, I don't have strong legs. I keep forgetting that. Every single time I make an athletics-based character, I always think to myself, ah yes, I have strong legs. And then I end up jumping off the highest ledge in the world and killing myself by mistake. Yeah, that happens. Okay, let me actually just run away a little bit here. Okay, my forces actually are gonna win this. Really? We're gonna win this? Okay. I'm kind of surprised. Oh my. I really thought to myself, yeah, we might... I mean, here's the thing, yeah? I thought to myself, okay, we're probably gonna win, because if we get my archers to stand on the battlements, then our victory is basically assured, in my opinion. I feel like my archers are very good, and it kind of makes sense to assume that we would be able to defend if they were on the battlements, right? You know, because they're so strong, they would just do so much damage that the enemy would just be like, I'm gonna run away now because you're doing so much damage to me in such a short space of time, and so on and so forth, you know, that kind of thing. But actually, no, they did not stand on the battlements, which is a bit strange, I gotta say. It is a bit strange, and certainly not something I would have expected. Did you expect that? Did you expect me to hit that? Yeah, me neither. Alright, well, there you go. That's indeed a victory for us, and they are... Wow, they actually... The two vassals were running away. That's actually fantastic that they were running at the very end there. Those cowardly cowards? Yes, very good. Anyway, there we are. 63 renown for us right there as well, and we can now take them prisoner. And wow, there's so many of them. Look at that, 5 of them that we were able to take prisoner. Pretty crazy. Okay, I will take all the loot too. And why is my mod not working, by the way? Seems like it's not working. It's kind of a bit weird. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. My auto-equip mod was not telling me that I had an upgrade, but I did, quite clearly. So, a bit strange, but alright. Not to worry, because it is now fixed. Very good indeed. Alright, so that is all good. Let's go into the dungeon. I am still very surprised we were able to do anything there. And hopefully we will get a good deal of units recruited from the prisoners that we just got. Okay, so apart from that, how many units leveled up? 28 of them. That's actually quite nice. And yeah, I think I could probably just basically wait here for some time. And the only problem is we will need to be very careful about which fight we take, because that guy had an overall combat strength of about what was it again? He had like 600 or something, 500, 600 or something. So if anyone has a larger combat strength than that, I'm gonna have to get out of there. That is pretty much all that I could pretty much do. There's not much more I could do to defend against something stronger than that. But let's take a look in the tavern right here. I was gonna say take a look in the caravan. No, it's not a caravan, it's a tavern. And yes, otherwise I am going to need my loyalty to change, because otherwise they are going to rebel, and that is going to be very, very bad. Okay, I cannot do that. You know what? I actually can do something very cool here. Let me... Heroes. Let's get it. I mean, it doesn't really matter what they are, right? It doesn't really matter whether they're a man or a woman, so whatever. Let me see now. I need Vlandian culture. Wanderers. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so I need someone that's really, really good at steward/engineering, as far as I'm aware. Steward/engineering, I think, is really, really good. For a governor, I think steward is probably the way to go. So I would like to get someone that has really good steward skill. If we can do that, then that is going to be fantastic. It's highly unlikely I'm going to find someone, though. Medicine. This guy's really good, actually. No, it's not looking real good right now. Oh, steward? Is that steward? No, that's scouting. This guy is really good. Look at him. He's got some great skills. He really does. Still no steward skill. Wow. Does no one have any? No, none of these guys have any steward skill. So I'm going to get the one that is an engineer, and we're just going to send a messenger to her. And then hopefully the messenger will arrive quite soon so that we don't get attacked before that happens. Hello there, ma'am. I would like to get you to be the governor of this town. Thank you. Okay, so now she will be the governor. There we go. And she is a Vlandian as well, which is fantastic. So, yeah, and this is a wait a minute. This is a Vlandian town, right? Yeah, as I thought. Okay, I was correct with remembering that. Okay, that's really, really good, because I thought to myself, oh dear, you know. Oh, look at this. Oh, Brunhilde is actually now pregnant. Very nice indeed. Okay, we're going to see how that goes as time goes on, I suppose. And yes, we also sold Mr. Aradwir for 8,000, so that's also nice. And otherwise, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Yeah, bear in mind, my clan tier is not high enough yet to be able to actually create a kingdom? Oh wait, no. I need to speak to someone, don't I? Don't I need to speak to someone to be able to do that? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How do I actually do that again? Can I just speak to someone? No. How do I do that? Do I have to speak to my governor? Yeah, I thought that was a bit weird that one time, right? So, where is she? Is she in the... Yeah, there she is. Okay, so let's speak to her. Yeah, there we go. It is time to proclaim a new kingdom. There we are. The oh, I don't really care. The language and laws of the Botanians, I suppose. Yeah. I'll name it. Oh my. Oh dear. Bear. Yeah, Bear City Folk Wanderlust Town. There we go. Perfect. May Bear City Folk Wanderlust Town forever be victorious, so it shall be. And we have declared war on the Botanians. Well, of course we were already at war against them. But there you go. We have now created a kingdom. And yeah, actually I forgot to do that because generally I think that speaking to your governor is a bit iffy. And in the next episode, I'm going to be getting some policies instituted. Unfortunately, I have no influence whatsoever to be able to do that at the moment. So unfortunately, I won't be able to increase the loyalty of this town by a significant amount just yet. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.